Hello and welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. This is April.
And Eric.
Today we're talking about, two things that totally calm my mind for the holidays. Eric probably has a different perspective, but we're just having a very casual, hopefully fun conversation today.
My mind are pretty calm. My mom's pretty calm for the holidays.
So this is about me being the person who's trying to make sure that I don't feel overwhelmed and stressed, and I'm hopeful that it can be helpful to you. But we recognize everyone's different. Everyone approaches the holidays a little bit differently. But as Eric and I were talking this morning, we just said, okay, as we're getting ready for our Arise call this month about getting the holidays planned, making sure it's calm and enjoyable, and preparing a really solid foundation for 2023, we recognize that most people want to have this cozy home and fun experiences and just enjoying being with their loved ones and celebrating things that are meaningful to them during the holidays. But then we often end up feeling stressed and exhausted and using phrases like, well, when I get through the holidays, and we don't want to feel that way.
That may not be a mindset we want to adopt. And I think a lot of people, as they look at holidays, we recognize there's a whole variety of holidays out there that people celebrate. Mm-hmm. I think it's as much about enjoying the people around you and the experiences, the traditions, creating memories. It's as much about that, but it's also about just using that time to relax and to rejuvenate and replenish as well. I think it's that time, especially, many of our holidays, whatever they may be, fall at the end of a calendar year. And it's a chance just to kind of have that downtime and be able to refocus and rethink about what's important to us and spend time in those areas. And also have a chance to look forward and think about where we want to go.
Okay, so should I share my two things that have helped me?
No, you shouldn't share your two things.
Okay, sarcasm is the way Eric hugs, by the way.
Big hugs sometimes.
So as I was thinking about what helps me to feel really calm and happy, I recognize that it fell into two categories. So I call them safety and healthy expectations. But I want to explain it a little bit more. So when I say safety, basically, I always have these little fears, like I'm going to forget someone or something during this time of year. And because I want people to know how much they matter to me, what usually drives my stress are thoughts like, the people I know won't know how much I love them. What if I don't send something super nice to this person? Or what if I don't have enough presents for this person? Or what if this person doesn't get a Christmas card? They might not know that I love them.
And isn't that all within a very strict framework? There has to be certain things in a certain way by a certain time.
Yeah.
And again, I would just suggest giving in grace. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I love doing is if I think of something someone would love, I like to get that for them and give it to them then. Because I think that's sometimes it could feel like, okay, we're constrained artificially to give gifts to family or friends or neighbors because of a set holiday.
Yeah.
And yes, I think we have to kind of just step back and try to figure out which of these are healthy expectations and which of these are just expectations we've created for ourselves.
Yeah, and I think you've been good at that for our entire marriage or maybe your whole life, where you do that. When you have a gift, you don't save it for the holidays, you just give it to them.
And it's a little unorthodox, it seems strange, but I think it's also, I'm not perfect at it, but it's I'd rather take the stress off of feeling like I've got to go shop for 8 people and get gifts, a really good gift for every person by that day. It just feels a little artificial and it feels constrained. Whereas if you're out doing something in the middle of May or in August and you see something that totally reminds me of that person, or I think they would really enjoy this or really love that. And it becomes a little bit of it's not the cyclical giving at that holiday, but it becomes a way to, I don't know, I don't know if that helps us with preparing for the upcoming holidays, but I think just realizing we love people and we want to be able to serve or share things that matter with them. And I don't think it all has to be just focused on a specific holiday or a birthday or something.
So part of helping my brain feel safe, because I don't yet have this perspective totally that you have, is, yes, part of it is recognizing I can do things later, but part of it is I do like to actually make that list of all the people I care about and then figure out, what is a simple way to express my love for them that doesn't involve a bunch of random unnecessary purchases just so I have something with wrapping paper on it.
Right.
And I think that's where we can kind of have the best of both worlds. I could still make a little video or a voice memo where I sing a little holiday song and text it to them and say, I don't know if they want to hear me singing, but you know what I mean? I love you. That is enough to satisfy in my brain. I want them to know I love them. And I think it's enough for them to know, oh, April's thinking of me. and they don't have to worry about getting something in the mail.
What about just a short text that says,
somewhere.
I'm thinking of you, and you send it out to 1,000 people? Because that framework, it kind of makes it feel like it has to happen in that 2-week window right before the holiday. Like, here's the thing, like,
yeah.
And you said later, you can always push off your gift giving till later. I'm actually ahead of the holiday. Like, if I buy something now, I beat the Christmas or that, whatever that end of year holiday might be.
But for those of us who still aren't willing to give up kind of the social expectation,
we have to deliver the wrapped present with a bow.
No, it doesn't have to be wrapped present.
But it's a thing at that time, in that way, by that date. That's all. I'm just saying, maybe just rethink that construct a little bit. But keep going down the holiday thing.
Well, for me, and you can do you do it differently. Sometimes I put my expectations on you, and then I get super frustrated with you. I'm like, Eric, don't you want to do something to care for all these people?
That's healthy for everyone.
It's not healthy at all. But in my mind, if I can just say, well, this is what I want to do, and I can plan things in advance that I'm going to do, then I just feel a lot better. But you're right. I think the simplifying is the most important thing, recognizing we don't have to do it all at once. If someone's mad at me because I didn't do something, that's not my problem, right?
And how many people really are like that?
I don't think anybody is
mad at someone.
I don't think they are.
We were kind of joking on our walk today as we were kind of thinking about, like, we love, like, neighbors who are wonderful. A lot of them give gifts, and sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But April's like, can you even remember who all gave us gifts or didn't give us gifts last holiday? And what were the specific gifts? And I think it's just that, how do we find ways to express love and that we're thinking of someone we care about?
Yes. Okay. And then just another thing, once though I know that the people in my life will know they're loved, whether it's, a quick text or a gift or some kind of sentiment,
a singing memo,
then it's carving out this sufficient time to spend with my loved ones, so I'm not squeezing in extra errands or trips when I'm physically depleted. And that's something that I think you and I have done pretty well, is when we look ahead at our month or look ahead at the season, is figuring out when we're going to actually be with people. And that's probably the most important gift I think that we can give to them, is just having that time. But the more open we make our schedule, I think just the happier we usually are during the month when it's not just scheduled all the time.
And I think, and that's why we're focusing on this right now in Arise, like a few months ahead of the holidays, thinking about what are the big things we want to make sure do happen, the big experiences or the opportunities. Because when you start thinking about those, creating them in your mind and planning for them, then you can realize all the other stuff is kind of extra, and it can or doesn't need to happen. Like, for example, and I'll just give that example I was talking about this morning, like we have a daughter returning from a mission she's been serving for our church, and she gets back December 15th. And we're super excited to have her back. She's been away for about 1.5 years, and so we plan to take about a week-long trip kind of in that holiday window. And we've kind of... So our time and our energy and our focus wants to be there. So we're planning other things we need to do in terms of our home and family life, in terms of the work we do. And even if, we're coming up on a year end, so if there's any kind of financial or tax type considerations, I'm realizing I want to get all of that done early in the month so that back half of the month can truly be more focused on the experiences and the time together, rather than hurry to finish up some needed tasks or responsibilities, because that just adds more stress to the time and experiences you'd like to have.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. I think that actually, as we're looking about at that time and planning to get things ready in advance, I feel more empowered and I feel excited thinking, okay, I'm making an investment now. So we can actually relax and be present and not be like, hey, welcome home, glad to see you. Let's hurry and get a bunch of stuff done.
Let's hurry. I've got some stuff I need to work on for the business or some things financially.
Yeah, I don't want
and
to
also
do that.
We need to go run over and buy a bunch of gifts from some store and put a bow on them and run by a bunch of houses.
And you better enjoy this cookie making.
Like it just feels forced, artificial,
terrible.
And contrived. It's like, what are the favorite traditions? What are the favorite experiences you've had as a family or as a group of friends? And plan those in and leave adequate time and some margin in there, and opportunities to serve other people that might come up. Like, there's just so many neat things that can happen when it's unforced and unrushed in a holiday season.
Well, that's actually the third thing I wrote down under the safety category, was just keeping enough open space in my schedule so if an opportunity does come up to serve or be available for last-minute drop-in, I'm not then dropping balls in other areas because, I had myself scheduled to every minute of the day and now you just came over and I don't have time to talk to you. I don't want that. And that's how I feel I've maybe done it in the past, or maybe set up things in the past was, well, I've got to hurry and get all the laundry done, or hurry and go get all the shopping done, hurry and do all these things to get to this event, to do this thing. And then I don't even actually feel like I'm connecting with people. And then once the holiday is over, I feel like I'm breathing again, like, oh, good.
But you made it through the holidays. You got through the holidays.
So just because I know opportunities are going to come up where someone's going to say, oh, hey, we're doing this thing. You want to come over? Or maybe there's a group going caroling. Do you want to come with us? I want to have space. Or if they need maybe some volunteers to serve this meal at the homeless shelter that we've been working at recently, if they need some extra time from us, I don't want to be, of course it can be available for every little thing, but I just don't want to be so packed with my own, prearranged expectations that I just can't stop to be present.
I agree. My little commentary on that would be is there are certain brands of companies that make certain holiday movies out there that are very wonderful and very relaxing and nostalgic. And our lives can't always be that style of movie storyline, and we always joke and laugh and say, okay, so who's really doing all the work behind the scenes of those characters when they're going from a caroling activity to a snowball fight to the local pageant for the holiday to this, to that, to that. Like, tons of work went into that, but you never see anyone doing that work. It's like, well, wait,
no one's grocery shopping. No one's doing
There's
any of
never
the
any
cleaning.
cleanup, ever. It's just like this magical thing that scenes just pop together. So it's that whole idea of realizing we want to keep it simple. We want to keep it meaningful to us and to those we're involving. But we do want to have our holidays maybe be and feel a little bit more like that, but without being crazy and stressed about it, doing all the back end work to make it harder than it needs to be. So, but I will, if you want me to, we'll orchestrate. I'll wear a flannel shirt, and we can have a little snowball fight somewhere randomly, and someone can be caroling off in the distance, and we can fall into the snow and laugh together. But, that will take some serious planning and orchestration. But, long story short, we just want you to be able to feel like the holidays that you're most excited for, you can step back and, yes, have healthy expectations. Do the things that will, safety is one word for it, but I think it's that security and that meaningfulness, right? That you can plan the things that matter most to you with those you love and be able to have it be an enjoyable, relaxing, replenishing time that doesn't take too much effort, too much expense, and it really is achieving the goals that you have for yourself and for that season. And that it isn't something you're just trying to get through, right? And we say it as though it's a badge of honor, but it sounds like a battle or some difficult journey you've survived or weathered through. Let it be something that you're excited about as you're going toward it. You're fully enjoying and you're present while you're in it. And after you're like, that was a wonderful holiday season, and we're ready to move on to other things we're doing in our lives after that holiday is over.
And just a little bit on the healthy expectation side, I think this generally involves conversations with myself and my close friends and family where we just discuss, well, what does a, quote, successful holiday look like? And then what are some creative ways to celebrate and connect that works for everyone involved? For example, the reason why we're planning to do this trip with our family right before the holiday season is because, their children are getting older. We don't just go to Target and buy a bunch of toys anymore and put them under the tree. Now it's just, I feel like it's more about the time we spend together. So this trip is the gift. But I just want to make sure that we have the conversation and explain we're not looking to buy a bunch of stuff. We're looking to have this experience, because I think maybe it's a mom in me, but I have this little fear that Christmas morning is going to come and everyone's going to run down to the tree to find presents and there just won't be any, and it's going to be my fault. And it
will be. So wrestle with that. Carry that for a few months.
No, but that's something that I know it's not just me. This is super common, and maybe it's more with the females. I don't know. I think there's typically
Here's
some
what I'll commit
pressure.
to do. I will buy an orange for every child and any married-in children, and put a shiny penny next to that orange. Then there will be 2 amazing gifts waiting for them, and if they aren't grateful, well, that's on them.
I like it.
Well, and I say that tongue-in-cheek because those were my grandfather's, my great-grandparents' Christmases, going through some difficult economic times.
Yeah.
And it's about
That's really sweet, actually.
What's sweet?
The orange and the penny.
Well, because they lived in places
sweet.
where oranges weren't common.
Yeah.
And so to get an orange and a few things, a stick of candy and maybe a penny or tech, whatever it was simple, but it just showed, someone was thinking of them. So I think if you want to come up with the gifts, or if we want to come up with a couple gifts, I don't think it's about gift palooza and this whole avalanche of gifts.
Right.
a pile, how big can the pile be? It's what are a couple of things that would be meaningful or valuable for them, for their life, for the experiences they want to have. But it shows, someone's thinking of them. So we can put a little thought in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And maybe order or buy a couple of things or make a couple of things that could be given to each child. But I think you keep it simple. Because often I think in the day and age we live in, we try to provide what our family, what our children need throughout the year. And part of it, I think, is having that reflective time during the holidays to realize how much we have in our lives, we've been blessed with, we've been given, we've worked for, whatever it might be. But take stock of what's happened throughout the year and not just, okay, that plus what's my pile of stuff during the holidays.
Yeah.
And I think in many societies we become quite materialistic and feeling like it's one more time just try to amp up. And I'm not sure that we all need more things or more whatever.
Yeah.
I think we provide those goods, clothing and other resources, and some toys, some fun, some activity throughout the year, but never losing sight that has been happening throughout the year. It doesn't have to be another huge, crescendo at the end of the year and a holiday. So I don't know. That's a topic for another day, maybe. Like it goes back to the great big pile of mirth we've talked about before at Learn to Become. But I think it's just reflecting back on all the things that have come into our lives during the year.
So hopefully that gives you maybe some food for thought, thinking about your own holiday season coming up. Maybe digging deep, and I know it's uncomfortable to look at what our fears are or what it is that we're worried about, or maybe some of the things that aren't so great that are motivating us. But as we can really focus on the purpose and the outcome that we want, but think more simply and more creatively on how we can achieve that closeness, meaning, connection, purpose in ways that are great for our budget, for our homes, for the amount of clutter we do or don't want to have. I think it helps set us up to be able to be prepared for a great new year and not feel like we're in the recovery mode. And this month in Arise, if you want to go deeper with us, we're going to be actually going through a process helping one another to make these decisions in advance, get these plans in place, have the conversations we need to have so that we're actually breathing better and feeling more excited about what's to come.
Yeah, just to clarify, this is for us going through our section in Arise October 2022.
Yes.
For anyone listening to this later on. And we touch on different topics each month. We go deeper into 6 core topics in Arise throughout the year, but we'll also fold in some special category topics. We'll go deep to try to help us live better lives in the circumstances we face. So holidays are coming up. We want to help everyone have a better experience with those. So just encourage you to think about some of these principles we've shared and let us know. If you have other perspectives and insights, let us know so we
I'm
can
sure
kind of consider those in.
Which we can all learn from.
Everyone does. That's the whole purpose of Arise.
Yeah.
That we're not, a couple or individuals who have all the answers and know everything, but I love the experience in Arise where we're actually sharing insights and perspectives, helping grow ourselves into better versions of ourselves. One last principle I would just suggest about the holidays is, as you're making whatever plans it is you will make, keep it simple and keep it fiscally responsible. I've had many friends over the years say, whatever you're doing, don't ever spend more than you have, go into debt for it. Don't be crazy about it, because it just ends up leaving you not only making it through the holidays, but then you're looking at having to pay back consumer debt or however it was
through
funded.
April or May.
Well, through ever, who knows?
Yeah.
It could be very longer than that. You don't want to come into a new year, January and beyond, feeling like, okay, now I have to pay for this big experience that I felt like I was dragged into creating or making anyway. Set a budget, a simple budget, and whatever resources you have to work with or decide to allocate to that, I promise you, let your creativity, let your imagination kind of run, and you'll be able to create an incredible experience. I grew up in my upbringing where I had a mother who would try to find as many ways to make these holidays as special and memorable as possible. And in some occasions that she used debt, in other occasions she didn't. But I think we would have been equally happy with the experiences that didn't involve them stretching themselves further than they needed to, because I think it really is about the time and the experiences, that shared memory that you can have with those you love, more than anything that's financial or that's purchasable. So just that encouragement there to keep it simple, keep it focused on your values and the memories, the experiences and memories you want to have going forward, because let it be a wonderful, magical time to connect and to rejuvenate and to be able to open yourself for a wonderful year ahead.
All right, we're sending a big virtual hug. And if you want to...
That just sounded weird. We're virtually hugging you from where we're sitting right now.
But if you want to come join us inside of Arise, work with us. If you're listening during October of 2022, awesome. Otherwise,
or
we'll
afterward,
still be there.
We have wonderful topics and things we'll be focusing on month to month. But just wanted to share this little message to help all prepare for a better holiday. But we would love to have you with us throughout the Learn to Become community, and Arise if it feels like it'd be a great place to keep developing and improving yourself and your life and the goals you have.
And so you can find the link at learndobecome.com/arise, and you can leave a comment on the show notes page that goes with this episode. Okay, have an amazing week. We'll see you soon at Learn, Do, Become.
Take care and happy holidays.